All right, are you a maker? There are a few things more rewarding than imagining something amazing and putting that brain to work and making those dreams a reality. Discovery Children's Museum is encouraging the maker and all of us with their new Makerspace Gallery offered in their Discovery Lab.
It's pretty cool. Deborah Simon, she is the Learning Experiences presenter with Discovery Children's Museum.
Hi.
Has more on this new experience. She is pumped.
She is so
You're a maker.
Yes, I am.
Yes, there we go.
This is my entire job.
This is, well, what a cool job it is. Tell us, explain for those who don't know, some things that we didn't hear 10 years ago, STEM and maker. What is a maker?
So a maker is a person who uses multimedia processes to create new things. So for example, our 3D printer is not something that we had in the last 10 years, but now we have them on the market, easily accessible, and kids are printing anything. And we're using them for so many things now, which is kind of cool.
It really is so unique, and like to the point where you can create the most amazing things that just come from your imagination. Or if somebody has created that, you can download it from another place and just print what they made.
Yeah.
Or down to that one little plastic piece that broke on your whatever set that you needed, and you can print it and replace it.
Yeah.
It's so cool
right.
what this technology allows people to do.
Like for a good example, totally going off topic, you can actually send models and software up to like the space station, and they can print out tools that they need that they didn't have and pack, and they could just print it out and have it. So that's the kind of technology that we're using, things like printing organs and printing houses, and anything that can be going from a solid to a liquid to a solid state you can make into a 3D printer.
That's phenomenal.
Food included.
It's really cool what's happening at Children's Discovery. So this whole Discovery Lab is really kicking things up in the STEM area. You have how many 3D printers now?
9 that are accessible to the children.
Wow. But there's more than that.
We have a couple of freestanding ones that is only for staff because they print at a higher level and they do more complicated things. Like our T-Rex skull is a great example of our more complicated print. It's actually based off a real model that exists. They scanned it and then printed it out, and we molded it down.
And this is at a high resolution. Like
Yes.
you can print things a little rougher, and then you can print things incredibly fine, and that's really, really amazing. And this is the beautiful thing with this makerspace is that it is interactive. It's not just like, oh, look behind the glass, there's that. It's actually feel and touch and do.
We are actually starting to do 3D printing classes. So we'll have kids go in and learn the CAD software, develop their own molds, and then actually print them. So we can have something that they can take home. And the cool thing is these are all bioplastics. So these are all, they will dissolve over a period of time, and they will not produce any harmful toxins.
Nice, they're safe plastics. Now, a lot of parents want to know that. School is coming to an end pretty quickly, and there's some really cool summer camp opportunities as well.
There is. We're actually doing a handful of camps. One of them is a coding camp, so we're talking about how to use JavaScript and that kind of thing,
Yes.
programming your own video game, that kind of thing.
Would you have been at that?
I would have loved that. They didn't do coding when I was growing up, and it wasn't that long ago, although
Me
maybe
too.
it was. But yeah, no, but now like coding this is super important. I mean,
It's a
lot of the
language.
jobs are there in IT and in coding and in programming, and you're teaching these kids how to do it at such a young age.
Yeah, and if you learn the basics, it's almost like a language. If you learn one part of the language, you can learn another part of the language, and it changes constantly, but you can always add more to your repertoire. So we're doing coding, we are doing biology. So we're talking about budding biologists. We're doing some terrariums.
Yeah.
We're building some beautiful like little, we're building photosynthesis models and that kind of thing. We're also going to be doing an engineering camp. So we're going to be talking about basics of engineering and how to start the process of engineering and learning engineering.
So listen, so you grew up here. This is definitely your cup of tea. I feel
Yes.
like for kids who are in class. Oh, well, and you too.
Yeah.
Look at, I'm standing between two nerds.
There's nothing
This
wrong
is
with that. We're the
amazing.
ones that fix your iPad when it's broken.
That's
You're
right.
welcome.
Well,
Actually,
the thing
yeah.
is, when you're nerdy, you want to learn and absorb new information,
Of
whether
course.
it be media or science or art. So having something like this where it conquers all of those hurdles, you get a chance to really enjoy and learn new processes so that kids are learning how to use 3D printers. Like this thing is about as easy as an iPad to work.
Which is pretty awesome. And we've grown up, like we've seen it change from nerd used to be, nerd,
Yeah.
to now like, oh, he's a nerd. He'll probably be loaded.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
there's
right.
Nerd is a good thing. I wear it as a badge of pride.
Nerds rule.
Yeah, it is correct. Geeks are also.
Yeah, geeks are
are
awesome.
cool. No, geeks are
I'm definitely
really
on
cool.
the geek side of the spectrum.
You know, I realized in visiting Children's Discovery, I was just there last week, and that I always fell into the art side of things. So in that painting room, I was going crazy on the walls. Like that's my jam. But there's something for every kid down there.
Yes, and we also encourage using an artistic ability with science, and that's where this gallery is, where it's that happy middle ground where you combine art and science at the same time. Like we're doing flower crowns and terrariums as well throughout the. It's like a drop-in workshop.
Yeah.
And so all this stuff.
We've run out of time,
I'm so
unfortunately.
sorry.
But it's
So
really, really great.
exciting. Thanks for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us.
My absolute
Take part in
pleasure.
Discovery Children's Museum's Makerspace Gallery and their Discovery Lab, the museum right downtown next to Smith Center. Head to the website or call the number on your screen for more information. Discovery Children's Museum, proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.